Now, before we get started on page 6, I have 2 questions for you about our previous page, page 5. Can you tell me the synonym for the word overweight? Do you remember? Yes, it's fat. And can you tell me the synonym for the word lately? Yes, recently. Well done. Okay, now you can open your book on page 6. So this is page 6, Unit 1, I've been running. Let's do now this language practice exercise. This is the present perfect continuous. Please listen and repeat.
Page 6. Language practice. Present perfect continuous.
How long has he been running?
He's been running for almost a year.
Has she been taking photos for long?
Yes, she has. She's been taking photos for a few years.
How long have you been studying English?
I've been studying English since 2009.
Have you been collecting shells all day?
No, I haven't. I've been looking since noon.
If you bought your book, you can go to the internet and do some online practice exercises about this explanation, okay? Now you have to do this exercise 1. Complete the sentences with for or since. For example, he's been collecting autographs since he moved to LA. Have you finished yet? So let's check. Number 2. Have you been studying Japanese for many years? Number 3. They've been watching TV for hours. Number 4. Has she been writing poetry since she started school? Number 5. She's been making music since she was young. Number 6. He's been playing the guitar for a very long time. Now number 2. Complete the conversations. Please complete these conversations using for, since, and the present perfect continuous. Done? So let's check. Number 1, letter A. What have you been studying these days? I have been studying Chinese. How long have you been studying Chinese? For 2 years. Dialogue number 2. What have you been doing recently? I have been reading a lot. How else have you been spending your free time? I have been making big dinners for my friends. Very nice. I'd like to be this person's friend. Okay. Now exercise number 3. Give your own responses to the questions in activity 2. Now you have to practice using your own answers. For example, what have you been studying these days? I've been studying English. Try to practice with yourself. You have to read the questions and the answers and try to say your own responses, okay? Pronunciation is very important. So now before we finish page 6, let's do this pronunciation exercise about changing statements into questions.
Page 6. Pronunciation. Changing statements into questions. Listen. Notice the rising intonation at the end of questions. Complete the questions and statements by adding a question mark or a period at the end of each. 1.
He's been studying Chinese for a year.
2.
She's been sleeping all day?
3.
They've been looking for them since noon?
4.
The kids have been talking all afternoon.
Okay, let's check. At the end of number 1, you have to add a period. At the end of number 2, you have to add a question mark. At the end of number 3, you have to add a question mark too. At the end of number 4, you have to add a period. Now you have to read these sentences. Be sure to use rising and falling intonation correctly. Don't forget to click on the like button and share this video with all of your friends. See you again on page 7.